Brody? Morning. What do you got for breakfast, bro?
We got some chicken Alfredo.
Is it good?
Warm.
Are we just loading the Monte Carlo up right now? Putting her on the old ship. Putting her on the old Chev.
Probably come towards me a little bit. Yep. Okay, go back towards you. Alright, let's straighten it out. Yeah.
How's that look, boys?
Well, you tell me, how do you want it on the truck? Different truck.
Good? It's going? What's up, guys? It's been a while. We're back doing stuff. We got the Monte on the back of the Chevy. Things have changed. Some of you know that. Bull bought the Monte back. Went back to its original home, rightfully so. And he's making some changes to the car. So we got it loaded up, and we are heading over to my buddy Scott Graper's shop. Arc, what is it called?
Arc Fab.
Arc Metal Fabrications. And Bull wants to put a cage in the car. We want to put an 850 cage in the car. We're going to put, we took the 7875 off of it. We're going to put an 88 mil on it, 88103. And yep, there it is. We should have put a seatbelt on that thing.
Oh, I got a pin with my leg. It's all good.
So, well, they got that shop dialed in. We're heading down to Marshall and gonna drop this rig off and check out Scott's shop. I've heard some people say, you know, it's not a good idea to put a cage in a street car because of safety and this, that, and the other thing. And my response to that is always, if you have a properly installed cage, if you have the correct cage and you have the correct seats in the car, you have a containment seat. You know, in this case, we're doing Kirky 55 series, 17-inch seats, and it's going to have 5-point harnesses in it. You know, people say, well, you could bump your head if you get hit. And I don't believe that. I disagree with that statement 100% because a properly installed cage will be clear above your head. Your shoulder bar shouldn't be an issue, and if you're strapped into your car and you're driving it, there's no way, if that safety equipment is installed correctly, that you can be hurt. I mean, look at how many times you see guys wreck and they're going 200 miles an hour and they hit the wall and they roll the car 100 times and they literally get out, you know, on their own accord. They get out. And so we're kind of trying to put safety first here. Bull wants to go fast with this thing. Wants to take it down to Byron and do some prep racing, some radial racing. And I'm with him. Like, that's my plan with the Nova. He's got, Scott's got a radiator that you'll see. I had him weld some bungs and stuff on it. Some Dash 16 lines because we're going to put the radiator underneath my car because I got a big intercooler for the front of it. But yeah, it's a thing where, you know, if you want to go fast and do this stuff, safety has to be first, right? And speed second, because otherwise you're just doing sketchy stuff and you're really taking a big risk for yourself and for somebody else too, you know what I mean? So yeah, we're on our way now. We got the car loaded up. Boys are in here. We're rolling. Should be there in about 10 minutes. And we're going to unload this thing and check out Scott at Arc Metal Fab. And there's some horses. I don't know what they're doing. You guys? So, yeah. Well, what are you thinking?
I'm pretty excited. We're going to see how all this goes. I know Scott's going to do an awesome job. And I'm really excited to see what he figures out with the hot and cold side of the turbo setup. And it's gonna be sweet. I'm ready to go fast, ready to do it safely. So
Heck yeah. About to happen. Of us dragging the Okay, so do you want me to pull ahead a little bit?
Yep.
That's what you're seeing?
Yeah, pull ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna pull ahead a little bit. Is that a good
spot to unload it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just right in the middle of the
So we made it to Arc Fab.
We're looking good, Brody.
Yeah, we're good.
Oh, this way.
Now you want to go towards the middle of the street.
Hold on. I
Oh,
got it
not
done
now.
for
We're
us.
backing it in now.
Okay.
Remember?
Reverse, Terry.
This is gonna be dumb. Yeah, here with the monkeys. We made it to Marshall, Wisconsin, USA. The truck is empty. We are at Scott Graper's shop. What's your shop?
Arc Metal Fab.
Arc Metal Fab. And talk about a guy that's doing a lot with a little. Let me just come into the shop here and just kind of show you guys what's going on. I mean, yeah, look at that deal. Big tube bender. This is all pipe for this. He lives in the ghetto. Guys just drive by and shoot. But this guy's just got all the stuff. I mean, this is just really, really cool what he can do. You can do a lot with a little if you put your mind to it. Very cool. So, anyways, these guys, great help. Bo's got the car. He decided, like I said earlier, it's time to go faster and wick this thing up. So we reached out to Scott and he said, yeah, bring it over. Let's do it. So tell us, boys, what's the plan here? What are we doing?
We're doing an 88 103 turbo. Scott's fabbing up the hot side and cold side for me. He's doing the cage also. We're doing a Wild Rides 8.850 cert cage. Rip the bench seat out of it. We're gonna put some Kirkies into it. Like you said, we're kind of aiming for safety. We're going fast. We want to be safe doing it. So,
Scott?
Yep. So we're gonna start fabbing on the turbo. Cage is on its way, and yeah, it's gonna be sick. Can't
Okay.
wait to get started.
And so for material, what do you have for material for this job?
So we order everything from Ace Race.
Yep.
They got the best of the best parts. So come over here and check this out. So
Yep.
here's Shearer Fabrications Billet T6 divided flange. We're gonna be piping to this thing. So these things are real awesome. Nice units. So we're gonna be using some quality parts on this thing. We got bellows for between the headers. Make sure everything stays together, doesn't crack. All aluminum charge piping. And yeah, it's gonna look real nice. Gonna be a real quality job. So I can't wait to see how it turns out.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And he's got an open canvas in here. It's going to be pretty cool. We're going to try using truck manifolds on this deal, whack the ends off, and make something out of nothing, you know. Just and he's got some nice clamps. I put a Icon throttle body in there, beautiful, and the clamps, the HD clamps as well. So look for Scott. Where can we find you?
So I'm on YouTube, Arc Metal Fab. Just got rolling with that. I'm on TikTok also, but mostly doing YouTube now. So, yep, that's where you can find this. I'll be documenting this build, so if you want to follow along, follow along.
Arc Metal Fab. And so for me, for the Nova, I'm going to show you guys some videos of that coming up. I want to get back into doing stuff here. And so I had him, we're going to end up putting the radiator underneath the car. So I had Scott, what'd you do to my radiator here?
So over here, we whacked off the factory connections that came on this radiator. We put some 16AN bungs on here, supply and return. And then we got a dash 10 up here that we put for the degas bottle. And then we got these welded on here for some mounts so you can take it back and get it mounted up to the chassis. So.
Yep. And then for the oil pan, we need to, I'm going to do a belt-driven remote oil pump on this deal. So there's going to be a fitting here with a dash 16 that comes out for the suction side of the pump. And then a second turbo drain is going to go in here. And then he's going to be welding up some holes on this thing. So we hope to see that here pretty soon. And yeah, I think it's going to be pretty cool. But I mean, guys, this is awesome. We're really excited to team up with Scott at Arc Metal Fab and see how this thing turns out. This is an awesome car. So Bo went ahead and gutted the interior. Look at this car. I mean, there is no rust in this thing. Who takes a Monte Carlo with like how many miles around this thing?
It had 50,000 miles on it, and I just cut it to pieces. So
I mean, this thing, what a beautiful canvas. So the car is still going to maintain the back seat, and he's going to put Kirkies in the front. And like I talked about earlier with the cage and safety, this car, he should be able to sit in this car. He should be able to strap in, and as long as he's strapped in, be just as safe as any other car going down the road, without having to worry about his head bumping a cage or anything like that. It's all about fitment and doing it right the first time. I believe Scott's going to make a pedestal mount for the shifter, and we got Field Tech on board. We're going to be doing some cool stuff here, so stay tuned. Scotty, it's on you now, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks, man. We appreciate you, bud.
Yep.
All right. Dude, we are just in the ghetto. Look at these guys. I mean, literally, this is in the video. Look at this guy. He is on his way to the VFW right now. I aspire to be that dude.